What's good, YouTube? It's Nas and we back with another video. Rolled to 800 subscribers, of course, and the trade deadline has been popping today. And if you don't know, Anthony Davis was traded to the Washington Wizards. Jared McCain was traded to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Kobe White was traded to the Charlotte Hornets. And I'm going to get into all of that because I'm a little bit late. I was doing my college work and all that shit. But let's just get straight into it. I'm already late. And when you look at the Anthony Davis trade to the Washington Wizards, I feel like you can't shit on the Washington Wizards anymore. I know that's what probably a lot of people is going to try to do. If you're on TikTok, you watching this on TikTok, I know probably a lot of people are saying, the Washington Wizards? Ew, Anthony Davis? They send Anthony Davis to purgatory. But when you look at this Washington Wizards team and you look how they're designed right now, you look, okay, the Wizards are building something. The Wizards could potentially be a playoff team next season. And that really all resolves around health. And I feel like if this Wizards team is healthy, they will, yes, be on top of the standards. I won't even say the standings, but they will be in the hunt. And we all know, like, health is not a foregone conclusion. We know what Anthony Davis is at this point. He is injury prone. We know what Trae Young is at this point. Trae Young is sort of injury prone, but I wouldn't say it to the level of what Anthony Davis is. And really, I could make a whole separate video talking about this whole trade, but I'm like, why not just make it a whole long video? So if you stay for the whole video, I appreciate you, really. It's one of my longest videos probably I will make. But when you look at Anthony Davis, you look at this player that only played 29 games in a Dallas Mavericks uniform, and you're just looking at, obviously, you can't help but wonder and look at the Luka Doncic trade, but for this Dallas Mavericks side of things, and obviously they had to get assets. You're building around Cooper Flag now. This is his team. I think we all see what Coop is able to do with obviously the ball in his hands and probably getting some few players in this draft next class. But when you look at the assets that they got for obviously trading for Anthony Davis, they traded Chris Middleton. They got Chris Middleton, AJ Johnson, Malachi Branham, Marvin Bagley III, and 2 first-round picks and 3 second-rounders. And the first-rounder isn't in this year's loaded draft class, which is, again, another win for the Washington Wizards. So if somebody tries to conclude to you or that to basically say that the Washington Wizards lost this trade, you just got to look at them and be like, what? I get you want the future assets and you take care of that in obviously whatever year that comes, but for you to kind of say that the Wizards are shortcoming themselves on this rebuild, like the Wizards have been rebuilding for the last 5 years. They've been rebuilding since 2021. They've been rebuilding since 2020 when they drafted Denny Avdija. When is it enough? When is it time to go get some talent? And that's what they went out and did in this trade deadline, including trading for Trae Young, because that's included with this trade deadline. You got Trae Young, AD, and obviously the rest of your young talent and Keyshawn George, Trey Johnson, Alex Sarr, Justin Champagnie or Julian Champagnie. It's one of those Champagnie brothers. And when you're looking at this team, it is deeply talented. And I know Alex Sarr will become a better player just because of playing with Anthony Davis. Like, that rim protection is going to be nasty. And I was making a joke with my friend. And when the Jazz and the Washington Wizards just decided that they wanted to be good again. Is this 2018 all over again? But I don't know. I was waiting to make this video because I didn't want any trades to happen while I'm recording. But when you look at this, I feel like it's a win for both sides, I feel like, because obviously the Mavs are in asset mode now. They're in their rebuild. This is Cooper Flag's time. And when you look at Anthony Davis, I feel like he never fit the trajectory of this team. I know Kyrie Irving probably will not be back this season because obviously the Mavs are going to want to lose as many games as possible so their pick is even better. But you can't not be happy for Washington Wizards and what they really went through, obviously, since going back all the way to the John Wall injury. And I do feel like Trae Young and Anthony Davis, if they can stay healthy and when they play next season, will be a great duo in that pick and roll. And I'm not even just looking at them because that's what a lot of people will probably try to tell you when looking at the Washington Wizards now. But it's not just them too. They have the young talent. This is what they've been building for. And I didn't even mention that they will continue to tank this season. And if they come out with Darren Peterson, that bucket coming out of Kansas, come on, bro. I think I just talked about that in one of my other videos, but I'm excited for the future of the Washington. Maybe I'll make another long-term video talking about this trade, but next I'm gonna get into Jared McCain. And I know I just made a video talking about how Jared wasn't playing up to expectations 11 days ago, but ever since I made that video, Jared McCain has been hooping. And really, Jared really wasn't getting minutes yesterday, which really shocked me because he was really playing good with Quentin Grimes returning into the lineup. He was getting his three-point shot back, and turns out he was traded. He was traded to the Oklahoma City Thunder for a 2026 first-round pick and 3 second-round picks. And I'm just wondering, what are we doing, 76ers? I'm not sure that you can call this a win at all. Like, you're signing Dominic Barlow. I get it. You wanted to get a contract for him, but selling this low on Jared in basically his 1.5 seasons in the NBA and sending him to obviously the defending champions Oklahoma City Thunder, who need shooting, who need playmaking, and you're just putting him on that group of young talent, which Jared McCain could strive, and that culture fits perfectly for Jared McCain to obviously blossom out, and he's going to have a chance to prove himself that he can earn these minutes, or even further down the line that he can lead a team. I'm looking way too deep in the future, but I believe in Jared McCain. And really what he showed when Quentin Grimes was out, he was like, he was a different man from when I made that video 11 days ago. I'm watching the highlight. I'm like, is Jared McCain back? What the hell is going on? And when you look at Jared as a player, obviously you have the 6'2", 6'3" guard that can go get a bucket, who can play make. And when his three-point shot is on, it is really hard to stop. And his percentages were down when I made that video. But it turns out that he's got his percentages up since I made that video. He is now shooting 38% from the three. And his points per game are going to go up with, obviously, the more confidence that he gets in his knee following his injury, and even his wrist, because remember, he had a whole wrist procedure during obviously training camp. And I just don't see in a way that you can call this a positive move for the 76ers. I just can't at all. And I will not be the one to tell you that this is a good move for the 76ers if you've watched any other videos, because I do feel like giving up on Jared McCain, like I keep saying, is a major mistake. I do think Jared McCain has future all-star potential. And I know you have Tyrese Maxey. I know you have VJ Edgecombe. Those are your cornerstone guards in obviously this NBA, or even for the 76ers. But obviously I thought Jared McCain would probably fit that timeline with him being probably a sixth man, or probably him closing out some games, but it just really never worked. And this season, Nick Nurse just deciding to bench him for Quentin Grimes when he's playing a horrible stretch of basketball, when we know that these young players need reps and game time reps, and Jared McCain is going to get a chance to do that in Oklahoma City Thunder because his skill set provides exactly what the Thunder need. So I do feel like this is a great trade, and they didn't really give up really any assets. Really, they gave up the 2027 first round pick from the Houston Rockets, which I feel like everybody is trading their 2027 first round pick. I guess we noticed that the talent isn't what it should be, or what it is in this 2026 NBA draft class. So I feel like this is a good move for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And I think I did say in that Jared McCain video that I think it was time for a fresh start for Jared McCain. And I do feel like Jared McCain could potentially be a starter for this team. Maybe I'm going too far. He was just traded today, but maybe I'm seeing too far ahead. But the next trade I'm going to talk about is Kobe White being traded to the Charlotte Hornets for Colin Sexton, Ousmane Dieng, and 3 second-round picks. And if you don't know, Ousmane Dieng was on the Thunder. The Hornets traded Mason Plumlee for Ousmane Dieng, and then obviously we got here. And this is a great move for the Charlotte Hornets. I'm a Charlotte Hornets fan because I love LaMelo, but when you look at obviously what this team needed, they needed a true backup point guard that can go get a bucket. Because if you don't know, LaMelo is on a major minutes restriction for basically throughout this whole season. They're trying to get LaMelo through the season and potentially go to the playoffs. That's when I feel like they'll ease off of the minutes restriction. What better way to do that in the Kobe way? Kobe White is a bucket, and I think we all know what Kobe White is at this point. And having him as your sixth man, having him relieve LaMelo so he doesn't play that many minutes is huge. And it's crazy because Kobe White used to play at North Carolina, so it's just obviously the timelines. And Colin Sexton being traded to the Chicago Bulls, we all know, or if you don't know, Chicago Bulls have a plethora of guards. Also, Mike Conley was in the deal too, so they're trying to figure out if Mike Conley is going to be traded, bought out, or is he even going to stay there with Kobe White. But honestly, the Chicago Bulls are major sellers during this trade deadline. They traded Vucevic yesterday, and obviously we know that they are trending towards a rebuild. Modest Vucevic will have the ball in his hands a lot, which I feel like is good for the future of the Chicago Bulls. And I'm just really interested how this team will go in the next coming. But I don't know, like this trade deadline, I was chilling. Like I'm doing laundry, I'm doing my work. I had like 5 assignments I had to do because obviously it's college, whatever. But when you look at this trade deadline just popping out of nowhere, I was like, is this one of the worst trade deadlines ever? And now I'm just wondering, is this better than last year's trade deadline? It really looks like it. And I'm not going to get my hopes up on Giannis anymore. The more time that goes by, it looks like the Bucks aren't trading him till the offseason, which sucks. And I feel like that's not the right move. But if Giannis is obviously traded in the next 2 days, there will be a video coming out on my channel talking about that trade. And yeah, Chris Paul was also traded to the Toronto Raptors. Toronto Raptors are waiving Chris Paul. So is this the end? Is this how Chris Paul's career ends? He doesn't get picked up for another team and he just retires right there on the spot. But I don't know. This is just interesting. And the trade deadline doesn't end tomorrow. So there could be deals after this video. Hopefully not too soon. If there's a video or if there's deals like 3 hours later, there will be a video in like in the next coming hour after that shit. But when you look at this trade deadline, I want to know, what do y'all think about the AD to the Washington Wizards trade? What do y'all think about the Jerry McCain trade to the Oklahoma City Thunder? What do y'all think to the Kobe White to the Charlotte Hornets? Y'all just let me know down below. And I don't think this video is as long as I thought it was gonna be in the beginning, but nonetheless, if you stayed throughout the whole video, and let me know y'all thoughts down below. Y'all like my family, so I just talk to y'all whatever y'all think about basketball. But yeah, y'all let me know down below. Subscribe. Yeah, if y'all made it to the end of the video, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And there's a video right here. I'm pretty sure you're gonna like it if you like this one. And the channel icon's right there if you want to just check out the channel in general. And yeah, leave a like too, because it really helps the algorithm push me out. And yeah, I appreciate y'all for watching this video nonetheless.